As autumn settles in, painting the world in vibrant hues of orange, red, and gold, there's a subtle shift in the air. The crispness of the morning, the gentle crunch of leaves underfoot, and the first hints of frost signal that a new season is on the horizon. The days grow noticeably shorter, and the sun dips below the horizon earlier each evening, reminding us that winter is fast approaching. Conversations turn to the weather, and the big question is on everyone's mind. What will this winter bring? Will it be a season of relentless cold, or will we catch a break this year? Will we face months of blizzards, icy winds, and deep freezes that test our resilience and preparation? Or will we be treated to a milder season, with gentle snowfalls and more days to enjoy the outdoors without bundling up in layers? The answer, as always, lies in the grand patterns of our atmosphere, those invisible forces that shape our daily lives in ways we often overlook. This year, a familiar player is back to direct the show, La Niña. This powerful weather pattern is set to influence temperatures, precipitation, and storm tracks across the country. Last winter brought its share of surprises. Some regions basked in mild conditions while others were battered by storms and heavy snow. This year, many can expect a return to a more classic, snowier winter with widespread snow cover and colder temperatures making a comeback in several areas. Understanding the forecast isn't just about satisfying curiosity, it's about being prepared. Whether that means budgeting for higher heating bills, installing snow tires on your car, or stocking up on winter essentials, a little planning now can make all the difference. For some, it's about planning a winter getaway to escape the cold, while for others, it's about making sure travel plans are safe and flexible in case of storms. For families, it's about ensuring the kids have warm coats, boots, and mittens, so they're ready for snowball fights and sledding adventures. And don't forget your home. Insulating pipes, sealing windows, and checking the furnace can help you stay comfortable no matter what winter throws your way. This forecast is your roadmap for the months ahead, helping you plan, stay safe, and make the most of the season. Whether you love winter or just endure it. So grab a warm drink, settle in by the fire, and get cozy. There's a lot to look forward to, and a lot to prepare for. We're about to journey across the country, breaking down what the dominant weather pattern means for you, region by region, so you'll know exactly what to expect. We'll talk about snow totals, cold snaps, and the potential for major winter storms that could impact your plans. And of course, we'll let you know when you might see those first magical flakes drifting down, transforming the world into a winter wonderland. Let's dive in. This winter story centers on La Niña, a climate pattern marked by cooler Pacific waters that ripple across our weather. With a weak to moderate La Niña in play, the jet stream will shift north, dividing the country colder, stormier weather in the north, warmer and drier in the south. For the northern tier, from the Pacific Northwest to the Great Lakes and Northeast, expect locked-in cold and an active storm track. This setup is a classic recipe for significant snowfall as storms clash with Arctic air. Meanwhile, the southern states will see a warmer, drier winter, raising concerns about drought in already dry areas. This north-south split is the hallmark of a La Niña winter. It's the key to understanding your local forecast for the months ahead. Snow lovers in the Northeast, get ready. La Niña is setting the stage for a classic winter. Expect persistent cold, especially in January and February, as the polar jet stream dips south. The active storm track will ride the boundary between cold and mild air, priming the region for nor'easters and above-average snowfall. Major cities like Boston, New York, and Philadelphia should prepare for several significant snow events. Ski resorts in Vermont and New Hampshire are in for a stellar season. Compared to last year's inconsistent cold, this winter looks like a true return to form. The I-95 corridor will see more frequent snow disruptions. The pattern should lock in by December, with the first widespread snow likely mid to late December, just in time for the holidays. Get ready for a winter to remember. Midwest, brace yourselves. From the Dakotas to Chicago and the Ohio Valley, this winter promises cold and snow. Expect below-average temperatures and waves of Arctic air, especially in the northern plains and Great Lakes. Two main snowmakers will dominate frequent Alberta clippers, bringing light, fluffy snow and powerful lake effect bands, dumping feet of snow downwind of the Great Lakes. This year, cold and snow will be more widespread and persistent than last winter. Cities like Minneapolis, Chicago, and Detroit should expect above-average snowfall. The Ohio Valley will be a battleground with mixed precipitation and icy travel. First flakes arrive early in the upper Midwest, by early to mid-November. Chicago and Cleveland will see significant snow by late November or early December. Prepare for a long, cold, and snowy season. Time to get those snow boots and emergency kits ready. This winter, the South finds itself divided by the whims of La Niña, setting the stage for a tale of two very different seasons. While some will bask in gentle sunshine, others will brace for icy surprises. For most of the Southeast, including the Carolinas, Georgia, Alabama, and eastern Texas, expect a season that feels more like an extended autumn. Temperatures will run warmer than usual, and the skies will often be clear, with fewer cold snaps and much less rain than normal. Outdoor activities will thrive and parks will stay busy, but the lack of winter chill will be noticeable. However, this warmth and dryness come at a cost. Drought conditions could intensify, especially in Georgia and Florida, where the soil is already parched. The risk of wildfires will rise, putting extra pressure on local firefighters and emergency services. Florida, in particular, will enjoy a mild, dry winter, perfect for tourists escaping the cold elsewhere. But beneath the sunny surface, water levels in lakes and reservoirs may drop, raising concerns for farmers and city planners about future water shortages. Meanwhile, the northern edge of the South, places like Tennessee, northern Arkansas, and parts of North Carolina and Virginia, will experience a very different story. This region sits in a transition zone where the warmth from the Gulf meets cold air from the north. Here, the clash of air masses can lead to significant ice storms, with freezing rain coating roads and power lines. These storms can cause dangerous travel conditions and widespread power outages, sometimes lasting for days. While the Deep South will see little to no snow, the Upper South could get a few rounds of snow or ice, especially in January and February. These events may be brief, but they can be disruptive, catching residents off guard. Cities like Nashville might see their first flakes by late December or early January, offering a rare winter wonderland for families to enjoy, even if only for a day or two. So the main story this winter is clear. Most of the South will experience a mild, dry season, but the northern tier should prepare for a more active, icy winter, with sharp contrasts just a few hundred miles apart. As always, stay alert for changing conditions. Whether you're enjoying the sun or bracing for ice, it's wise to keep an eye on local forecasts and be ready for whatever this split winter may bring. Out west, La Niña draws a sharp line. The Pacific Northwest, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, will be colder and wetter, with frequent storms and a deep mountain snowpack. Ski resorts in the Cascades and Northern Rockies are in for an epic season, and the snow will help replenish water supplies. Residents should prepare for a classic stormy winter with a good chance of lowland snow. In contrast, California, Nevada, and Arizona will be warmer and much drier, as the storm track bypasses the region. Drought concerns will worsen, especially in Southern California and the Sierra Nevada. Occasional storms may hit, but they'll be weaker and less frequent. It's a classic La Niña split wet, snowy north, dry, warm south. When will the first snow fall? Here's what to expect. In the Northeast, mountain peaks see flakes by late October or early November, but major cities like Boston and Hartford will likely get their first accumulating snow in early to mid-December. New York City and Philadelphia can expect snow mid to late December, just in time for a possible white Christmas. The upper Midwest, including Minneapolis and Fargo, will see snow by early to mid-November. Chicago and Detroit by late November or early December. The Ohio Valley's first snow is likely mid to late December, often as part of a wintry mix. Out west, the Rockies already have snow at high elevations. Seattle and Portland could see lowland snow by late November or December. Denver and Salt Lake City typically see snow in October or November. For most of California and the Southwest, natural snow will be rare outside the highest mountains. Even with La Niña, winter always brings surprises. The polar vortex can sometimes break loose, sending dangerous cold deep into the U.S., even the South. Major ice storms are a threat in the battleground zone from North Texas through the mid-Atlantic, with the potential for widespread power outages. The Madden-Julian Oscillation, MJO, can temporarily disrupt the pattern, bringing brief thaws or surprise storms. The strength of La Niña itself is a wild card. If it strengthens, expect even more extreme patterns. If it weakens, things could get unpredictable. These wildcards make meteorology exciting, and we'll be tracking them all winter. Stay tuned for updates as the season unfolds. Be ready for the unexpected. That's what makes winter forecasting so fascinating. Now that you know what to expect this winter, it's time to get prepared. Taking a few simple steps now can make a huge difference when the cold weather hits. Preparation doesn't have to be complicated or expensive, just a little planning goes a long way. Start with your home. Schedule a furnace tune-up to make sure your heating system is running efficiently. And don't forget to change those air filters regularly for cleaner, warmer air. Next, seal up any drafts around windows and doors using weather stripping or insulation tape. This helps keep the cold air out and the warm air in, saving you money on energy bills and keeping your family cozy. Insulate pipes in unheated areas like basements, garages, or crawl spaces to prevent them from freezing and bursting, which can cause costly water damage. Make sure everyone in your household knows where the main water shutoff valve is located, so you can act quickly in case of a pipe emergency. For your car, check the tire pressure and inspect the tread to ensure your vehicle is ready for slippery roads. If you live in an area with heavy snow, consider switching to winter tires for better traction and safety. Assemble a car emergency kit with blankets, snacks, water, a flashlight, jumper cables, and a small shovel. These items can be lifesavers if you get stranded. Inside your home, build an emergency kit with flashlights, extra batteries, a battery-powered radio, first aid supplies, and any necessary medications. Stock up on enough non-perishable food and bottled water to last your family at least 3 days in case of power outages or severe storms. Don't forget to gather extra blankets, warm clothing, hats, and gloves to keep everyone comfortable if the heat goes out. These simple steps will help keep your family safe, warm, and comfortable, no matter what winter brings your way. A little preparation now means peace of mind all season long. Stay safe, stay warm, and don't forget to share your own winter prep tips in the comments below. Your advice could help someone else get ready too. We'll be here all season long with more updates, expert advice, and helpful tips to guide you through whatever winter has in store. Let's work together to make this winter a safe, enjoyable, and memorable one for every family.